Okay, class, let's get ready to do our French 1B Unit 5 test review. Okay, part 1 will be multiple choice. What you need to do here is choose the best answer that completes the statement or answers the question. For example, we have Zoot, je n'ai pas de blanc pour mon steak. Is it A, cuillère, B, couteau, C, croissant, or D, chocolat? If you said B, couteau, you would be correct, because they're saying je n'ai pas de couteau pour mon steak. I do not have a knife for my steak. Okay, part 2 will be some matching. What you'll need to do here is match each verb below with its logical completion. So, for example here, we have moi, je prends le coca et une glace à la blanc. 2. Après le dîner, les copains demandent à l'apostrophe. And 3. Je n'aime pas mon steak saignant, j'aime mon steak à blanc. And our options are A, point, B, addition, and C, vanille. So go ahead and match up these three. Okay, for number 1, moi, je prends le coca et une glace à la. Obviously, our best answer is vanilla. So vanilla is being vanilla, and glace being ice cream. So vanilla ice cream. Number 2, après le dîner, les copains demandent à l'apostrophe. They're going to ask for the bill after dinner. And C, je n'aime pas mon steak saignant, j'aime mon steak à point. Which is, I don't like my steak rare, I like my steak well done. Okay, part 3, we'll have some vocabulary. What you need to do here is choose the best definition for each vocabulary term. For example, we have une nappe. Is it A, tablecloth, B, table setting, C, napkin, or D, a plate? If you said A, tablecloth, you would be correct. Remember, it is not a napkin, it is a tablecloth. Okay, part 4, what you need to do here is conjugate the verb aller. You need to complete each sentence with the correct conjugation of the verb aller, not in parentheses, but aller. So, for example, we have les copains. Is it les copains blanc au café ensemble? Is it A, va, B, va, C, allons, or D, vont? If you said letter D, vont, you would be correct. Les copains is plural, and so we have to choose the plural conjugation. Part 5, we have the preposition a. What you need to do here is complete each sentence with the appropriate form of a. Use o, à la, à l'apostrophe, or o. For example here, we have on arrive à l'école à 8 heures. Is it A, o, B, à la, C, à l'apostrophe, or D, o? If you said letter C, à l'apostrophe, you would be correct. The reason being here is that we're saying that we're arriving at the school at 8 o'clock. And because school, école, starts with a vowel, we have to choose the form that uses with L apostrophe because of our double vowel rule. Next, we have the preposition de. You'll need to complete each sentence with the appropriate form of de. You're going to use du, de la, di, l'apostrophe, or de. We have 2 examples here. Fifi et le chien blanc sur le pont. Is it A, du, B, de la, C, de l'apostrophe, or D, de? If you said B, de la, you would be correct. The reason being here is sur is feminine, so we have to choose the feminine form. Next example here, voilà la nouvelle voiture, blank professeur. Is it A, du, B, de la, C, de l'apostrophe, or D, de? If you said letter A, du, you'd be correct. The reason being is professor is masculine. We're saying here's the new car of the teacher. Part 7, you'll need to use apprendre, apprendre, ou comprendre. You'll need to complete each sentence with the correct form of prendre, apprendre, ou comprendre. For example here, we have est-ce que vous blank la question? Is it comprenons, comprendre, comprenez, or prenez? If you said letter C, you would be correct, comprenez, because it's saying est-ce que vous comprenez la question? Do you understand the question? Part 8 will be some vrai or faux. You'll need to indicate whether the statement is true or false. For example, en France, les chiens vont aussi au restaurant. If you said vrai, you would be correct. In France, dogs go to the restaurants, which is true. Part 9, you'll have a short conversation here where you need to read the short conversation and answer it with true or false. Next section will be the near future. You will need to rewrite the following sentences in the near future. Follow the model here. So, for example, tu regardes la télé. So go ahead and rewrite this into the near future. If you rewrote it and said, tu vas regarder la télé, you would be correct. Let's do another one for practice. Another example, nous écoutons la radio. Go ahead and write this in the near future. If you said, nous allons écouter la radio, you would be correct. Next, part 10 will be our culture questions. Number 1, what is a tartine? If you said a slice of toasted bread with butter and jelly, you would be correct. Number 2, what is a typical French breakfast? If you said hot chocolates, small cereal, and some bread, you would be correct. Number 3, what is the most important meal of the day for the French and for Americans? For the French, if you said dinner, you would be correct. And for Americans, breakfast, you would be correct. Number 4, why is mealtime so important for the French? If you said mealtime is family time, they really enjoy being together as a family and discussing about their day, you would be correct. Number 5, during dîner, when do the French eat salad? If you said at the end of the meal, you would be correct. The reason that French eat salad at the end of the meal is because they believe it helps with digestion. Number 6, what is a merguez? If you said a spicy North African sausage, you would be correct. Number 7, where do croissants really come from? If you said that croissants are from Austria, you would be correct. Number 8, what does la barba papa literally mean? What is it called in the U.S.? If you said that la barba papa literally means my father's beard, you'd be correct. And we know it here in the U.S. as cotton candy. And number 9, how did cafes get started? If you said that cafes started with French ideologists and French literary people who got together to drink the exotic beverage of coffee, you would be correct. And number 10, during what times of the day do the French usually eat lunch? They usually eat lunch between noon and 2. Okay, our final section here, guys, is our verb conjugation. You'll need to pick 5 verbs to conjugate here. In the present tense, aller, avoir, être, prendre, faire, apprendre, comprendre, and manger are our verbs. And then you'll need to choose 2 of those to conjugate in the near future. So pick 5 for present tense, 2 in the near future. Okay, that's the end of our test review. Bonne chance, good luck, and étudiez bien.